Anytime somebody says that they own an expensive car, I think deep down everybody enjoys knowing it's expensive to own. There's something enjoyable about knowing that they've bought an expensive car and they've got to live with it. Today is that day for me. I have had that Lamborghini Diablo for 6 years now. I've loved every second of it, even when it's been in the shop for years. But this is the first time where the car itself has finally called it quits. The clutch on my 2001 Lamborghini Diablo is no more. She's gone. There's no connection between the engine and the transmission. That clutch pad has disappeared. For you visual learners, here's a more clear illustration of what happened to my poor car. Here is a Diablo and its engine bay. Here is a close-up of the clutch. Now this isn't the same sandwich as the 3-rotor has, which was a triple plate clutch. This is a single plate enchilada. What happens when you blow a clutch is it's very similar to this. You end up ripping away material, so material ends up getting used, and that's why you get a lot of dust or smoke when you see the infamous video of this 6-liter. Of the 6-liter blowing its clutch is that you are using up material in a very, very, very horrible fashion. So you have to recook that enchilada, replace it, so you can have your next sex meal. So in all sorts of weird full circle irony, the clutch in the Diablo is the exact same clutch used in the 550 Ferrari Maranello. As you may know, Lamborghini as a company was created because of an argument between Enzo Ferrari and Ferruccio Lamborghini over what? A clutch. So for them to share the same clutch is kind of ironic. The clutch though is not cheap. But okay, say it's a several $1,000s piece of equipment. It shouldn't be, but you get that Lamborghini expensive exotic tax. The problem here is the actual labor is much more involved. On a RX-7 like mine, you simply pull the transmission back, you get the brace off of it, drop it down, replace the clutch, keep the engine in there. On this car, the whole thing has to come out. So over the next coming weeks, I wanted to show you just how majestic it is taking the heart out of the demon. Because, let's be honest, that doesn't happen too often. You don't get to see this happen, and it is certainly a sight to be seen. The engine, thankfully, it's got 25,000 miles on it. This thing has been rock solid. This car has been put through all the abuse that I am capable of abusing cars with and hummed perfectly. So when you talk about total cost of ownership of an exotic, it's fun to talk about this $15,000, $10,000 to $15,000 clutch job, but being realistic, that's the first major service I've had to do to the car since owning it. And that's 15,000 miles, 6 years of wonderful bliss. Of course, you've seen it on the tow trucks repeatedly, but that's just entertaining. It looks cool to see a car like that on a tow truck. It's not so much fun paying for it, but you know, if I'm gonna be paying for it, I might as well take pictures. This gives you a little bit of insight as to why I've been so quiet about the Lamborghini. The clutch was blown back in December, and with all of my ability and resources going towards the 4-rotor, the Diablo took a back seat. So I'll have her up and running in no time and come up with some really interesting 4-rotor updates next.